Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. I hope everyone is doing okay. This video is how to survive the coming decade. Okay, I just spent a few hours doing videos on Generation X, Y, and Z. And there was a reason for that. The next generation is going to be Generation Alpha. Okay. I took a lot of science classes, and a long time ago, I don't know if they still do it like they used to. They used to do a lot of experiments and observation of animals. And so some of the observations would be very bad condition on animals, like droughts, and all the animals would die one by one. And the scientists wouldn't do anything to assist the animals. They wanted to see what was going to happen. And like maybe one male and one or two females might survive. All the babies would die for sure. And those were the alpha males and females. So the fact that we're supposedly having the alpha generation coming up in the next decade is concerning. We're going from Generation Z, which is the end of the alphabet, to the alpha generation. So this video is 20 ways to make sure we survive the coming decade. So what could happen in the coming decade? Well, we could have a depression. Well, we could have a famine. Well, we could have a war. Well, we could have all kinds of natural disasters. And so this is 20 things to do to give yourself that advantage of survival. Also, the alpha could be thought of as survival of the fittest. And that is like a Darwinism concept. Okay, number one, assume that the future will not be easy. Or do you want to say everything is going to be okay in spite of the fact that we just spent a year trying to survive the coronavirus, in spite of the fact that a huge amount of the population could not work? So we want to say, okay, I'm going to assume the future's not going to be easy. And then if it is easy, that's fine. All these steps I'm taking are just going to make my life better as it is. And then the other thing is, well, we'll just wait and see. So you can do something, you can do nothing, you can worry and do nothing, you can assume everything is going to be okay. You know, there's the ostrich. But if you assume things are not going to be easy, I mean, I think that is highly suspicious, the alpha generation. Strongly possible that we're going to be seeing a mass death in China. Okay, so number two, what we're going to do is we're going to be defensive. You know, there's the offense where we run in and we're going to fix it. We're going to protest. We're going to fight for our rights. Or we can take a defensive. I think the defensive approach is the best. And in the defensive approach, we're going to protect our families. If I run out and I get myself shot in the head with a beanie bullet for somebody who's already been shot or killed, then there's no one to take care of my family. Okay, we're going to protect our homes as best we can. We're going to get surveillance. We're going to get bars. We're going to get locks. We're going to do everything we possibly can to defend our homes. Weapons, cars. We're going to be very defensive with our cars. The main thing we want to make sure is we can get in our cars and evacuate. Money. We're going to defend all of our money. What if we don't get any money from the government? I haven't gotten any yet. But if I do get some, you can bet I am not going to spend it. So number 2, we're going to defend everything we have. One of the best things we can do is vote. Number 3, we're going to slash all of our expenses as if our lives depended on it. Why? Because a famine might come. Why? Because a depression might come. So we're going to go through everything and say, listen, can I slash anything here, reasonably, even unreasonably? Can I just slash every last expense I have now, right now? That's going to put me in better shape for the future anyway. 4, save all the money you possibly can. That's what I would do. I wouldn't buy inflated gold and silver. I wouldn't spend any money. I would save all the money I possibly can now, just in case I can't get any in the future. Pay off all the debt and protect your credit and credit limits. In fact, try to boost them if you can. You might need them. Number 6. This one is hard, but it is a really good idea. Move, if needed, to a nicer or safer place. Here we had some pretty bad riots and protests and looting. I think the police chief should be replaced. Move, if needed, to a nicer or safer place. 7. All right. You might not have any money, and you might not even have a place to live. Apply for Section 8 now. Okay, you can use your Section 8, I think, anywhere in the U.S. You don't have to have a job to get Section 8. So, like, if you got Section 8, it would be hard to use it. There's no much Section 8 available in San Diego, but you could take it somewhere else in the country. Get food stamps now. Go to the pantries now. Go to the churches and get food now. Stockpile food, cleaning, and sanitation products. So that's 7. Make sure you can stockpile a little food. It's not that easy, but it can be done. I mean, if we had a crystal ball, first of all, we're not supposed to be doing future telling, but we are supposed to be watching and praying. And so, we are supposed to be preparing, and then if we don't need our provisions, we just use them down. And then that helps us save money in the future. Or if something happens, we have food. Or if somebody we know needs food, we have some food we can share. Okay, number 8. Keep your car full of gas if you can. Just in case. You just never know. 9, remove all evidence of wealth. You do not want to be saying, look at me, rob me, kill me, I'm rich, I'm well off. No, remove all of it now. Figure out a way to get rid of it and remove it now. Safety is more important. We're trying to survive the decade. We're going from Generation Z to Generation, what is that? Generation Alpha. Number 10, get big dogs, to protect you. They guard better if you have more than one. 11, live outdoors as much as you possibly can. Okay, I forced myself to exercise, to keep my heart healthy, but also I want to be outside as much as I possibly can. I think it is so unhealthy to be inside all the time. I worked in salons, and people were sick. I wasn't, because the minute I got home, I was outside until like midnight just to get some fresh air. So live outside as much as you possibly can. Number 12, establish a routine. Okay, so what you're going to say is, okay, if things start getting really bad, I want a routine that I have now so that if times get bad, I already have this routine set up. and it won't be hard on me, and I already know what to do. Okay, 13, hoard cash in small bills and change, and pay for everything in cash and make exact change if you possibly can. Just get in the habit of doing that now. Okay, this is a really important one. 14, learn all evacuation routes. So from wherever you live, know every way out of that you possibly can. Know all the waterways, know all the windways, know everything there is possible about the place where you live. So if you see floods to the north of you, then you know it's possible that you're going to get flooded. Out here, you know, it's still smoky. There's fires somewhere. It's been really hot and it's been really, really bad this year. Okay, and learn all the fault lines. Keep maps. You always want to have access to your maps if you have to evacuate. You should have some in the car. It might save your life. Okay, prepare for power outages. One of the things you want that's so simple is coolers. And you can put ice in those, and you can put food on top just like a refrigerator. That was like an ice box in the day. But the coolers now are actually better than an old-fashioned ice box. Make sure you have heaters in case there's no heat. Make sure you have water purification. That's another really bad thing. Number 16. Okay, now this is a really, really important thing. Don't tell anyone how much money, food, or other resources you have. Nobody. First of all, it's none of their business, and second of all, it might cost you your life. Number 17, prepare a disguise. And so you might be thinking, well, why would I need a disguise? Well, I don't know, but just be prepared. They say one of the best things to do is just wear clothes that are neither male or female. Keep your entire body covered, you know, your hair, and no makeup. Just keep your whole body or your whole face just as plain as you can. Okay, number 18. Consider a van or a small motorhome. I'm going to be looking to get a van. I think they're cheaper. I'm going to get a used one. 19, keep your food packed, water and gas and cash ready to evacuate. So basically be ready to evacuate all the time. Now number 20, this one is really important. Prepare survival for infants. The main thing you need is good formula, so your infants are not malnourished. No basic nursing, basic EMT, and childbirth, which sounds impossible if you're not a nurse, but there's books and you can learn it, and it is not that hard. And so what we're doing is we're saying, okay, my common sense tells me this is year 1 or 2 of the grand solar minimum. Everything is pointing to a depression, possibly. Possibly other countries or even our own country could throw us into some kind of famine or war, so I want to be prepared for that. And then I want to be prepared to live in the best, safest area that I possibly can. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.